I gave myself 1 week to get this roof ready for plywood. The plan assumed the timber wasn't mouldy, that I had built the office in the right order. And that my measurements were right. I was wrong about all 3. This is the first building I ever built. Apparently, doing the work and planning the work are 2 completely different skills. Before that week started, one part of the workshop had already changed completely. I gave up roughly a quarter of the workshop for this office. That still feels slightly excessive. The original plan was for this to be somewhere I could work from home and somewhere to edit these videos. Even a man cave inside the larger cave. 8 electrical boxes. That meant 8 holes to measure and cut. I wasn't looking forward to that. Luckily, I found this. Then, drywall. Because I want this to feel like an office, not just another corner of the workshop. Most of this build has worked the same way. The first sheet feels like a question. But the last one, it just works. And now, I had to find the same 8 holes again. Once I filled the joints and the screw holes, it finally started looking like a room. I know it's messy, but it's something really satisfying by doing this. It isn't finished, still needs sanding, and I'm not around, but it's a room. So, I'm heading back to Sweden again. My life is just split between Oslo and Mellerud. Which means every trip comes with a slightly unreasonable list of things I think I might will finish. Just how it is, isn't it? My daughter lives with me half the time in Oslo. The workshop is in Mellerud. So I can only work on this build in blocks. Last time, I told you I lost my job. I'm still not back at work, and this week it hit me hard. I was depressed, so progress was already slow. Then I started creating extra work for myself. I'd installed the final 45mm layer of insulation before I remembered the timber blocking that needed to go behind it. So it all had to come back down. The blocking went in, and the insulation went back up. It was a fairly accurate preview of the week. I had planned 7 full days in the workshop. What I had somehow left out of the plan was that Susanna and I were going to Stockholm from Wednesday until Saturday. I spent those days building with the same friend who helped me with the terrace. So I was still building, just not this. That left me with Monday, Tuesday, and then Sunday and Monday. 4 days, not 7. I've been a time optimist throughout this entire build. Insulating the loft. Oh, fucking hell. Apparently, Losing 3 days still wasn't enough to make me change the plan. Oh, what a day. I'm finally done insulating the roof. What a terrible experience that was. Doesn't look good, but I did as good as I could to get it completely tight. With insulation finally finished, I could move on to sealing the roof. Because there is no ventilation gap above the insulation, I'm using a smart vapour control layer instead of ordinary plastic. And when the membrane was in place, I could start installing the battens. They would give the plywood something solid to screw into. Most of the roof was pretty straightforward. Then I reached the roof above the office. Building the office early had felt like progress, and it was. But it also removed almost every comfortable way of reaching the part of the roof. I should have finished the roof first. Instead, I had to crawl into the loft and finish it from there. I've learned how to do a lot of individual jobs in this build. I'm still learning which one should come first. Then I found mould on some battens. I wasn't going to cover that with plywood, so anything affected had to go. More material, more time. Monday was the last day before heading back to Oslo. I was running out of time. But the ceiling finally started to look ready for plywood. Except it wasn't. I just fucking give up. How on earth can I miss with, I don't know, 10 centimeters? 4 days, not 7. I didn't get the roof ready, but I know what's wrong, and I know how to fix it. Next time, before a single sheet of plywood goes up, I get to do part of it again.